I'm your host, Sharon, and as always, I am excited that you joined me. Today, I'll be talking about a topic that we began at the beginning of this month, or at least the end of last month, that I know is so important to all of you because it's your way. It's a means of you being successful and doing the great things that you want to and enjoy doing. Forgive me as I make some changes to this camera right here, but we're working on getting a good producer. So hopefully all this fiddling would not be necessary as we go forward. How about that? So again, thank you for joining me. I feel like if I've just been rushing all day, all week. It's been such a crazy busy week. And I went to church this morning for the first time in a very long time. So I was really happy about that. But this is Breakthrough, and I'm your host, Sharon Joseph from SAJ Consulting Services. And I normally bring you tips, tools, and insights for life. Today, I'll be doing just that as well. Today, I'll continue sharing business ideas that you can start right now from your home or from a small storefront if you choose to. But again, these are businesses that you can all begin at home right where you are. Just want to remind you that this month is International Women's Month. So why don't you celebrate the women in your life? Remember that. I had an amazing birthday week. I cut three cakes in 1 week from friends and family and so on. So it was really exciting. Thank you so much to all of you for just sending me your love and support and greetings on Facebook. That was just so cool. So thank you. I have found that many people are feeling so overwhelmed with just the thought of starting a business. So I am hoping to truly break that down for you today to kind of take away some of the fear or insecurity or whatever the apprehension you may have about starting a business. I'm here to help take that away from you today. Why? You're about to get a stimulus check soon. What if you use just 100 of that money to start your own business? So I'll share with you from bottoms up what are some things you can do, even from your mentality, what type of mentality you should have to begin your own business. If you feel overwhelmed, if you don't know where to start, why not find someone who can help you with the details, like a business coach, like myself? Call me. I'll be happy to work with you, or we can figure out how I can work with you rather to help you get your business started. And and hopefully, once you get your business started, you'll be able to focus on a dream and not just a day to day trying to find money to pay your next bill. So that's part of the reason why I'm doing this series. So, again, thank you for joining me. Well, that's one of the reasons I'm doing this series. I'll share with you some more why. Thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time joining me, would you give me some love, some thumbs up, some hearts? I really need those because it tells me that you're watching, that this is important to you, that it's making a difference in your life, and that I should continue. So please give me some thumbs up, some likes, some hearts, and please share this broadcast. And if you'd like to be featured, meaning you have a story to tell or some breakthrough idea or business idea that you'd like to hear me talk about, um, you can email me at breakthroughtti@gmail.com. That's breakthroughtti@gmail.com. Now, I'm giving basic ideas what the business idea is, and maybe a few steps as to what you may need to get started there. By no means is this list that I share with you exhaustive, and by no means it's just a 1, 2, 3 and be done. I'm just giving you the basic steps or the tips, tools, and insights so that you can get started. Okay, so with that said, I want to remind you many times I do this broadcast and I never talk about who I am. I am a business coach. I am a business consultant. So if you'd like to get your business started, I'd like to help you do that. So you can reach me by emailing me either at breakthroughtti@gmail.com or at sajconsultingservices@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to help you. I'm also a career and life coach. So if you feel like you're getting nowhere in your career and you're mid-management or not in management yet, but would like to get there, let's talk. I'll help you walk step by step through what people are expecting and what you need to do to get promoted. It sounds simple, and there are simple things you can do that you may not even think about that will get you promoted. So give me a call either at one of my numbers, 440-497-0172, 440-497-0172, or 724-603-0413. I am excited to help small or business people who are now starting, small businesses or business people or people who want to start a business, because I think that's where I am most effective. Before we delve into this week's program about how to start a small business or small businesses that are needed now, I'd like to talk about an amazing person who joined me recently. Her name is Jada, and Jada is from Westmoreland Community College, and she is doing a fantastic job as an intern. So yay for Jada. Thank you so Jada. Thank you so much, Jada. She's quiet, but she's just so effective. So thank you. I'm about to also get a couple more interns from Seton Hill University. And when I get them, I'll tell you, and hopefully you'll begin to see me not looking as tired and doing more, so that you can benefit from it. I'm still excited to be working with many amazing small businesses in the Connellsville area to help them get their businesses flying and doing a super great job and financially stable and all that good stuff. So I'm really excited with their marketing and promotions and so on. So I'm really excited about that. And what else? Yesterday, I attended a soup walk in Connellsville, Pennsylvania. It was sponsored by the Fayette County Cultural Trust. It was yeah. So downtown Connellsville is an initiative of the Fayette County Cultural Trust, and they sponsored the soup walk. It was so fun, and I made new friends, so that's always wonderful. Thank you to the Fayette County Cultural Trust for that. Also, what else I'm forgetting to share with you? Oh yes, some businesses in Connellsville, Pennsylvania are looking for cooks. So if you're a good cook, if you are good at customer service, they're looking for a receptionist. And if you are in the healthcare area, they're always looking for people in healthcare. So any of those, if you're interested, give me a call. I'll be happy to forward your resume or send your resume to me at that email, breakthroughtti@gmail.com. Okay, so I will give you a quick recap of last week's program, but before I do that, I want to share some advice to potential small business owners. If you're about to start a business, or if you've had a business in the past and about to start another one, or if you plan to use some of your your not grant, but your stimulus money to get a business started, there are some things I need you to think about before you do that. One, you want to determine what your unique gifts and talents are. Figure out what you're good at and where your power lie. And in doing so, you must have a vision. Once you determine where your power lie, what you're good at, you need to establish a vision. How are you going to get that out to the general public? What type of business are you going to have to be able to impact the general public? These are all really basic but important steps that sometimes people forget about. So remember that. Then you need to keep learning and keep growing in that area of expertise, or where you feel that you are very equipped. You must keep learning and growing, because that's the only way you can stay competitive. Again, if you need help in finding out what your specific gifts and talents are, give me a call. I'd be happy to help you do an assessment that would help you determine what your specific gifts and talents are. I already gave you my office number, 440-497-0172, or email me at sajconsultingservices@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to give you an assessment and show you what type of business you can begin where you are at home based on your natural gifts, talents, or abilities. I encourage people to resist the herd mentality. Don't just find a job, but find your passion. If you're going to work in a job before you start your own business, work in a job that will help you get prepared to do what you truly love doing. That's really important, because if not, know this: no employer is going to pay you to get rich off of them. That's really important. And another thing is, if you're working, while you're working, you can figure out how to start your own business while you're working. And if you're looking for help, check this book out, How to Start Your Own Business While Employed, wherever you're working. And this is by Benga Omotayo. He wrote this book, and it's really simple instructions on how to start your business while you're still employed. So grab that book. And what else? I mentioned resist the herd mentality. That's so important, because most people are just, fine with getting a job. No, you want a passion. You want something that would lead you to doing the thing that you love to do best. So find a job along your passion, and then you'll be able to branch from there to starting your own business. Learn how, well, I think I already mentioned that. Learn how to get started while you're still employed, the little things you can do while you're still employed before you jump off board. Remember too that your gifts will make room for you. So don't just think of doing something because other people are doing it. No, do what your gift is, and I promise you it will make room for you. And when you decide to make the switch from working for someone else to starting your own business, make sure you have one, a purpose, one, two, you're passionate, or you have passion for the purpose you're going after. You've got to be disciplined. You've got to be self-determined, and you've got to be confident, because people will try to break you down and say, well, that's not necessary now, or why are you doing that when you can just go and find a job? So you've got to be all these things: purposeful, passionate, disciplined, self-determined, and confident when you get ready to start your own job. Then once you have those qualities in you, start. Even if you are fearful, even if you don't know where to begin, even if you're thinking, oh my God, how will I accomplish this? Because many times our vision is so big, so much bigger than the provisions at hand. But I know that God says, or I know God, when He gives you a vision, He makes provision for it. So don't forget that. Be courageous. Every successful person I know, they move forward doing what they want or need to do to be successful, even though they are fearful. Courage is moving forward and taking the steps you need to accomplish your purpose, even though you feel fear. Remember that. That's really important, because anything great that was ever accomplished began by someone not feeling confident enough to make it happen. So be mindful of that. So start a business, even if you don't have all the money or financing that you need to get it started. If you want to register it as a business, to do a doing business as name, it doesn't have to be a real name. It could be a fictitious name. Or if you just want to start even without registering your business at home, if you're baking, let's say, you can start baking for people in your neighborhood and taking orders one-on-one. And then when you get more established, then you can go for a license and so on. But you don't necessarily need a whole bunch of money to get a business started. Many people they are misled or misguided by that part. So be mindful of that. Use part of your stimulus check. Set something aside to help get you started. Okay, I think I've beaten that horse enough. You don't need a business plan either to begin a business. Many people feel, well, I don't have a business plan, so I can't get started. Not true. Cities, states, and countries are built on the backs of small businesses. Again, city, states, and countries are built on the back of small businesses. So you are needed. Small businesses are needed at this time in particular, because so many of them have gone out of business over the last year. And once you start your business, keep investing in yourself. It is your greatest investment. Now, don't forget, I always say your mind, and it is. Your mind is your most valuable asset. But investing in yourself, learning and growing is your greatest investment. So don't forget that. Find a life or business coach. I cannot talk about how important that is, because people just keep wandering, trying this and trying that, versus zeroing in and having someone help them. I have never seen a team, an Olympic team, win an Olympic race without a coach. And so too, you need a coach. So be mindful of that. And I'm happy to be of service to you. So feel free to give me a call. Okay. I'm sharing these things with you before I delve into more business ideas, because over the last week or two, I've been hearing some feedback about people not thinking it's a good idea in these times. Can I tell you, most people who are investors in the stock market would tell you that they make the most money in these down times. So I'm saying to you that your business could thrive in these down times. Figure out the right business for you and your passion, and I promise you it will thrive. You'd learn. And another thing is, you want to be able to know what you want to do, know how other people are doing it or have done it in the past, and then find the in between. What do you bring that's different to what's out there that could really get people to come to you and support your business? So don't just go out there thinking, I want to just do this business or hairdressing, let's say, and you want to do it exactly how someone else had done it 10 years ago. No, you want to be relevant for these times and these what people are requiring now. You also need to network and connect with other people in those businesses, or network and connect with people who can help you as you get your business off the ground. That's really important. You are not a one-man show. No one is an island unto themselves. We need each other. So make sure you find someone who can be your support, your mentor, your coach as you walk through this process. And make sure also that once you get started, that you always, always, always provide good customer service. Do you know how many businesses have lost customers because of bad customer service? So you don't want to be in that category. Then continuously be passionate. Despite whatever challenges come your way, you need to be passionate about the business you're about to go into. This could be your life. And that's why I say don't just start a business because it's popular or because other people are doing it. I'm saying start a business because it's something you're passionate about. So when challenging times come, and they will come, when they come, your passion will drive you forward. Your passion is basically the fuel for the engine of your business. So you've got to be passionate about what you do and not just do something because other people are doing it. I mentioned some time ago about learning to fail forward. Even if you fail when you now begin, don't just give up. Your success is in the failures you make before you get to your success. That may sound really weird, but again, your success is your true success is in the failures you make along the way as you get to your success. I think I need to start writing and writing down these quotes myself, because sometimes I forget them. But truly, they are. Every successful person failed several times before they got into and was successful in whatever they are doing. You've got to understand that every challenge in life or business is solved based on a process. Many times we give up because we don't want to go through the process. Someone who is on drugs, and I know this is an extreme one, someone who is on drugs, there is a way of getting out of that, but they must be willing to go through the process. A business, you can get it started, but you start it and be successful, but you must be willing to go through the process, deal with the issues between your start and the success, the supernatural success of your business. So remember that. This is Breakthrough, and I'm your host, Sharon Joseph, bringing you tips, tools, and insights for life. If you're now joining me, please give me a thumbs up. Please give me some love. Please share this if it's beneficial to you. What you may be asking, I said this is Breakthrough, but what is Breakthrough all about? Breakthrough is all about you helping you, me helping you live with passion and purpose. Breakthrough is about helping people live and lead with passion and purpose. It's knowing and or understanding that we were created with a purpose to impact this world, and then helping you figure out what your purpose is and helping you impact the world, like starting a small business, for example. It's helping you recognize that your mind is your most valuable asset, and that your self investment is your greatest investment. Breakthrough. This program is about deliberately influencing and impacting the world with a spirit of excellence. It's a consistent and intentional endeavor for greatness and excellence. It's not a one and done thing. So remember that. Okay, I'll share with you some more business challenges, small business challenges and solutions. So here we go. These are some of the excuses people share with me why they don't start a business. Then I'll share with you some advice to help you get started. And then I'll share with you some more business ideas that you can start now, like real business ideas. So here we go. These are the main reasons I've been getting over the last few weeks of doing this. I've heard that I don't stand a chance against places like Walmart and Amazon if I started a small business. Or small business is a cause. I could support it, but I don't necessarily need, that's not for me. I don't need one. Or another one is I can't compete with those big box stores, Sharon. And there's so many of them. I mean, there's so many big box stores, and especially Amazon. That's the one that I keep hearing, Amazon and Walmart. What can I tell you? There are things that you as a small business owner can offer this world that Amazon could never, or Walmart could never offer them. So consider that as you go forward. Do you know that 50% of this country's GDP, gross domestic product, comes from small businesses? 50%. You could be one of those. So don't just feel, well, this is a big box store idea. Not at all. Here are some advantages and advice on starting a small business. First, as a small business owner, you have the ability to fulfill your life's purpose in that area that you know that you are passionate about, or that you're really good at, better than most people around you, or better than most people, period. So be mindful of that. That's one of the reasons you can fulfill your life's purpose, your life's passion, or your life's calling by starting a small business. That, and you want to start a small business in that area, that one thing or that one area that drives your passion, the thing that keeps you awake at night, the things that you work harder to accomplish than any other person. You want to start your business in that area. You've got to understand who you are, and I like this one, whose you are, before you begin a small business. There is something that's very unique about you, just you, very unique. And you want to ensure that whatever business you start, it's along the lines of that uniqueness. So often we try to gravitate and be like everyone else. And that's not where your power lie. That's not where your gifting lie. That's not where you are best. So I'm saying to you, get used to not being regular, not being like everyone else, and do what you are uniquely gifted to do. Don't just follow the crowd. Oh my gosh, that's like a sickness, I tell you, or a disease. Don't just follow the crowd. Figure out what's unique about you and what drives you, and let that set you apart. And in doing this, you will attract people who are unique like you, or who need your natural uniqueness in your business. So be mindful of that. You need to understand that people's needs and buying decisions are different. So you got to understand that better. When you own a small business in your area, you're able to understand the people's needs better than any big box store. They may pay millions of dollars to do these demographic reports, but you talk to the customers one-on-one, and you can get information from them. That's something that many small businesses don't do. Don't be afraid to ask your customers, what do you want? Or people, if you're starting a business, do your own research. What do you want in a small business that does X, Y, or Z? What are we doing if you're already established? What are we doing that you'd like to see us do better? Or what are we missing? What's something you wish we sold or did in our business. Don't be afraid to ask those difficult questions, because that's in knowing what those questions are and finding the answers to them is helping you to find your niche and helping you to satisfy a need in the market that big box stores are not able to do. So be mindful of that. Set yourself apart. Give excellent customer service every time. Excellent customer service every time. Word of mouth is still the best type of advertisement, and one bad customer service event can impact your business for a very long time. So be mindful of that as well. You need to nurture and maintain the relationships that you have in your area, or your area, or the people who you're selling to. You've got to have a relationship with them, because you wouldn't be able to get good advice and information from them if you don't have a good relationship with them. Don't just see them as a cash cow. That's your first mistake. If you're seeing people as cash cows versus you providing a beautiful, unique, necessary product and they supporting you because they want it or need it, if you don't see it that way, then you're missing out on a lot of good customers. Think about this. In a small business, a small bakery, let's say, if you're making homemade cakes, more than likely you'll use good quality or high quality products versus a big box store. So that's a major advantage of you starting a home-based business and getting good customers, because you more than likely will have a good quality product. You also have, as a small business, a faster response time in making changes, because you don't need to go through a board of directors or corporate before you can make changes to your small business. And I'm not sure, I haven't spoken about the independence. You don't have a boss. Well, we always have a boss, but it's wonderful to have a boss who is your creator versus a boss who is a man who don't always know what to do and how to do it. So be mindful of that. So that's another reason for having your own your own business, that your creator is your boss. And I mentioned about having a faster response time to issues, and that you know the local issues that are taking place in your area. You're able to communicate with your customers directly and faster, and you're able to communicate with different parts of your business. Like, for example, your husband could be an employee, your children could be an employee. Oh, and by the way, I might as well say it now. Do you know that if you're starting a business and it's a home-based business and you treat it like a business, for example, this 1/8, let's say, of my home that I'm using for this purpose, you can get 1/8 off of your rent be paid by your business. 1/8 out of your rent or mortgage, or 1/8 out of your lights and gas and different utilities be taken off of your bill as a business expense. So there's so many benefits to starting a business. And if you're starting the business and you're starting it in your home and you're treating it in like a business, keeping all of your receipts and by the way, you can employ your kids if you have a home-based business, and you don't need to get the Department of Health any approval to employ your kids at home. That's a great benefit, I think. Or there's no age limit either to having your kids help you in the business. So be mindful of that. Okay, so I mentioned about all the good things, and one of them I mentioned is about the more specifically tailored items in which you can offer your clients if you are a home-based business or a small business. You gain intelligence from the locals that big business don't get, and you're able to make changes quickly. For example, if they said, you know what, your pizza or your sandwich needs mayo or more sauce on the pizza or something like that, you're able to make that change like that. You can change your business strategy to suit the needs of your customers, or you can create your own niche. I cannot talk about how important it is to differentiate yourself from other businesses. If you want to have a really thriving business, it must be a business that's not the same run of the mill business like every other business out there. That's really important. I'm going to pause. Okay, so the next tip or business challenge slash solution I'm giving you is the fact that you can tailor your products to meet the needs of your customers directly. You don't need again to go through corporate before you can change a sign or change a recipe or something like that. So there's so many benefits that you can gain from starting a small business. There are many, many benefits. But the one thing I'd leave you with before I go into some of the other ideas or ideas for businesses you can start now is the fact that you need to have a superior quality product if you want to survive. You need to have good quality product, especially as a small business. If not, people will go to Amazon and Walmart. You need to have a niche, because if you don't have a niche, for example, if you are doing pizzas and everyone else are doing pizza, then what makes you different? I can just go, buy pizza from Joe Smo versus you, because there's no difference. But if you have a niche, for example, if I'm making pizza, I may make a Caribbean style pizza. How about that? I don't think there's anything called a Caribbean style pizza out there, right? Or a German American pizza or something like that. So you got to have a niche, something that's different than what's already out there in order for you to be truly successful. I mentioned several businesses you can start last week or for the past couple of weeks, and I'll mention a few or repeat some of them to hopefully spark an idea in you. And I'll continue next week by sharing you business challenges and solutions and more of these business ideas so you can grab one and run with it. You can do this. I'm with you. I'm behind you. You can do this. So some of them I called already are cleaning service. That will always be needed, I think, and especially this time of the pandemic. Homemade products, arts and craft, natural soaps, candles, scents, and anything that's homemade. People are looking for things that are different. I mentioned about drone photography. I mentioned about furniture flipping. If you have old furniture, you refurbish and sell. A food truck or a food cart if you're in New York, because I know that there's so many of them. Some cities may not allow you, but if they do, it's an amazing idea. Have two people where, if you can't do all the hours, have two people work together and establish a food cart or vegetable cart. Fresh vegetables is wonderful. Then a small boutique or clothing store, garden services, landscaping services. What else? What else did we spoke about? Daycare. Daycares are needed. Can I tell you? Many parents are looking for daycares again. As the economy opens back, people are going to be finding jobs and going to work, and they'll need someone to take care of their children. So ensure that if you want to have a business in daycare and you're good and you have a space and two doors back and front and secure yard area for them to play in, or an area for them to play outside and so on, why not start a daycare? There's so many businesses out there waiting to be started by you. What are you passionate about? What area are you gifted in that you can use your current skills to get a business started? I mentioned about baking. People prefer fresh bread to store-bought bread any day. How about an organic food shop? You develop veggies in your own garden, no pesticides and so on, and sell organic foods. People are becoming more healthy. They want that. How about a seller or a reseller of things and clothing and so on? It could be things from your own house, or you can take things from your neighbors and friends and sell them on their behalf. There's Craigslist, there's OfferUp, there's oh my goodness, there's Amazon, eBay, Let Go. There's so many, Craigslist. There's so many different places in which you can sell. So that's an idea as well. Then there is fitness. Fitness. Oh my goodness! After the year of sitting at home and gaining weight, people need some fitness instructors. So if you're a fitness guru, even for your own self, you enjoy and you're disciplined and you enjoy working out and so on, you could be a fitness instructor. So be mindful of that. Now, I need to bring a little bit of Wall Street in here. The real estate market seems to be booming right now, but that does not seem natural. And I'm not sure if it's just me. Think about it. There are many office buildings sitting vacant. There are many leases that will not be renewed because businesses have now found a way to have their employees work from home. So many businesses may not ever be going back into a big building. They may have a smaller office, a shorter lease period and so on. Many of those business owners or owners of buildings, they will have empty buildings. So why is real estate booming so much now? I don't get it. And this just reminds me of the 2008 market crash. I'm not calling on anything, but I'm just saying, and I'm not a guru in that area, but what I'm saying is it's unnatural. So be mindful of that when you see because that's exactly what was happening in 2008, where the housing market was just rising, going up, and then it just came totally flat down. So be mindful of that, especially with everything that has gone on over the last year. So, but real estate, it seems to be a thing that people still need. And if you're a real estate agent, then there is still need for you. Then there's a virtual assistant. That's still so very important. Businesses, because so many people are working at home or offices are operating from people's homes, they need people who can be virtual assistants to help even run online Zoom meetings and conferences and so on. So if you're good at technology and you're able to learn, and well, you'll have to be a Zoom master first, or at least learn how to operate Zoom and do it effectively before you can, not just Zoom, but online in general, before you can apply for such a job. There are many, many more ideas, but I promise to take you through this entire month sharing business ideas with you. We shared many of them last week about being an Amazon seller, an Etsy seller, where you can buy low or buy at a reasonable price and sell it at a profit. I mentioned about you writing a book. That's a viable business. Writing a book is a business idea that you can write if you have a great story to share. Write a book. I'm writing one. I think my life is so interesting. People tell me that my life could be a lifetime movie story. So that's really exciting. And I plan to do something about that. But there's so many other businesses. Like if you're more experienced in some area, you can be a consultant in that area. If you know 10 to 20 to 25% more than the regular public on any area, you can be an excellent coach or career life or consultant. So think about that. And there's so many jobs in which you can be doing in that area as well. If you have a strong social media following, you can start a business in that area as well. It's just amazing that some people have so many people following them, and if they don't have income coming in, then they're wasting their following. So I'm saying if you have a strong Facebook following or Instagram following or something, monetize it. You can do that. Let's think about what else is there. There's podcasting. A friend of mine is about to start a podcast, and everyone has been telling me, Sharon, start a podcast, and maybe I will do that soon. I just need to get some more help in. So once I do that, maybe I'll start a podcast about some of these same topics. But that's one area that's still missing. Video editing. If you're good in technology and editing and you have the patience to do it, you can do that. Then internet marketing. People need help in marketing their businesses, including me, on the internet and advertising on different social media platforms and so on. You got to be versed on with technology and the different ways in which you can market and what is necessary to market so that you can position companies where they need to be. Okay, I'll give you a few more and then we'll pause for this week. But I hope you have a pen and paper and taking notes as we go along, because one of these businesses I'm sure you can do. You can do this. So whatever doubts are in your mind or whatever doubts you're thinking about, put them to lie down for a day or so and focus on what if I started this business? So think about that. I was thinking about something as I was preparing to come on today. You know, a big box store may have clothing that they sell, and or Amazon. They may sell you things and you buy it and you leave. But what they don't have is someone, for example, for clothing, you go in and you may see or purchase clothing, but who tells you if it looks good on you or not? That's a job right there. To be a fashion consultant, or just if you have a good eye for fashion, you don't have to be so knowledgeable to work on Wall Street or something with it. but you can be a fashion consultant for local stores or for people. You go shopping with them and you tell them what looks good and what doesn't. It's a niche. It's a niche, but yeah, you'll have to create it. People will have to see you, trust that you're able to dress well, and then trust you to want to take you with them when they purchase new clothing and so on. So think about that. Now, remember that after the number of businesses crashed last year and still are crashing even now, businesses are waiting to be established. People are waiting on you to get your business started. So get started. Transform your life and destiny. You can do that from your own home. You don't need overheads like a storefront and all that. You can get started right where you are. If you need assistance, please give me a call or email me. Let me know what you're thinking, and I'd love to help you. Most of the people I serve are people who have established businesses, right? Or they are on the ground floor of starting a business and they're coming to me for advice and asking me how to do what to do. The challenge is in the process of getting your business up and off the ground. And if that's where you feel challenged, I want to help you do that. I can help you through that process. So think about that. I'm looking forward to when I could help people even determine what type of business they should start based on their own individual gifts and talents. If you feel you have no clue what type of business to start, I encourage you to call me so I can help you figure out what's the best type of business to start for you based on your gifts and talents. Once again, I am so grateful that you took the time to be with me in this video, and yes, and share it and give me some thumbs up and likes and so on. I'm encouraging you, if you heard of a business here that you think you can do, I encourage you to get started. You wouldn't know what you can do until you get started. So get started. If you need assistance, I've given you my email address, sajconsulting@gmail.com, or simple breakthrough.tti@gmail.com, which stands for Breakthrough Tips, Tools, and Ideas @gmail.com. And I'll be happy to help you. Right now, I'd like to say a quick prayer for you, that whatever doubts you may have, whatever challenges you may face right now that's holding you back from truly walking passionately into your purpose, I want to pray with you right now. And thank you for allowing me. Right now, Father, I pray for every person who are watching this video right now, or who will watch it in the future, who may be confused about starting a business, or don't even know where to start, or may not even know what their passion is, or what their gifts and talents are. God, I ask you to open their eyes and hearts to understand and know. And if they don't, that they get the right help they need to find out and walk purposefully and passionately in their purpose. I thank you, oh God, for using the tips, tools, and insights I share on this program to help them upgrade, transform, and start a business, start a passion, start something that will truly help them to walk purposefully and passionately into their future and solve the challenges of this world. Lord, I thank you for allowing us to live and lead with passion and purpose, and to we choosing to live with character, integrity, and a good attitude, or my CIA principles as you have given to me. Thank you for your provision for every vision in which you will give to us, or that you have already given to us. Thank you for those who will share and support this broadcast. We ask you, God, Father, to help us to trust in you, our Creator, with all of our hearts, and not lean on our own understanding or depend on what we know or understand, but truly seek your help and directions, knowing that you will help us to know what to do and how to do it every step of the way. Until next time, Father, we thank you for every person who joined me today. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. And thank you again for joining me. I'm looking forward to when I can bring you more tips, tools, and insights for life.